Adam Payne here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a Pinclicks review. Pinclicks is a Pinterest research and rank tracking software. According to their sales page, Pinclicks helps you get more traffic from Pinterest by showing you important stats and keywords of high-performing pins and accounts so that you can create better optimized pins and rank higher on Pinterest. Now, I run several Pinterest accounts, and I firmly believe that success on Pinterest is primarily down to the niche that you get into and the pins that you create. Pinclicks itself is a tool designed to help. If I show you inside of this Pinterest account, you can see that the topic is Japan. I live in Japan, I've got a Japan blog, so all of the pins on this account are targeting Japan-related keywords. Tourists that are interested in visiting, people that just like the country. But of course, it's a fairly narrow topic, so no matter how much research I do, there are limits into how much traffic I can get. Now, I have another account that I'll share here, but I'm not going to show you what the actual account name is. I've kind of kept that a secret because I've got to keep some stuff secret. This one gets a lot more traffic. You can see for the last 90 days, just under 7 million impressions, 302,000 engagements. So this is a much wider niche, so I can attract a lot more people than I can with this. But Pinclicks can really help regardless of your niche. So let's go over here. Now I'm going to log in because I've got an account. Once you've got an account and you log in, you'll come to this particular page. And it starts with what they call the Keyword Explorer. On the left-hand side, we've got these different sections here, but for the most part, we're going to focus on Keyword Explorer. So what I'm going to do is type in a keyword and see what kind of traffic that gets on Pinterest. Now, it may or may not get any traffic, we don't know. Now, if I type, for example, autumn leaves Japan and hit enter, that may get nothing. Oh, it does, yeah. It gets approximately 266 monthly searches. If we hover over the question mark, this data is directly pulled from Pinterest.com. And if it says unknown, it means that Pinclicks, the tool, hasn't crawled it yet, or there isn't any volume. And it's continuously updated. Now, 266 is not a lot, but there is some minimal search volume. Now, if I just get rid of the word Japan and search for autumn leaves, then we get 124,000. But of course, it's very different from people that just want to see nice pictures of autumn leaves versus people that are interested in Japan and want to know where to visit. Now, on the left-hand side, you can see here, we've also got related interests and taxonomy. So let's check both of those and then see what ones are removed. So we can see here we've got these particular keywords here: autumn leaves tattoo, autumn leaves nails, autumn leaves drawing. But for me, this isn't going to make sense because it's totally unrelated to my website. Now, I could go with this one, autumn leaves photography. So let's click on autumn leaves photography and we'll delve a little bit deeper into the data that Pinclicks will provide us. So let's just wait a second. Okay, so we finally got there, but we can see that it brings up this page here. Now, if we scroll down, we have related interests. We can copy these if we want. These are basically other keywords that we could potentially target. Fall foliage photography, autumn leaves falling, autumn vibes. So we may want to make a note of these, copy these and keep them somewhere so that when we go to optimize our pin, we could try to incorporate some of these words. So let's do that. We'll copy this, related interest. We'll open up a little doc, bring this down. I'll paste these in here, but I want to get rid of some of these. I want to get rid of autumn leaves, keywords that have the word aesthetic in. I'm going to get rid of these ones. I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And I'm going to get rid of the word photo shoots. I'm going to keep 3 of these to potentially incorporate into my pin. I'm now going to click back to results. And I'm going to go back and type in Japan autumn leaves, which is what I really want to focus on. And then I'm going to click on this and see if there are any other keywords that I can potentially use. So I'm going to copy these, going to come over here, make a little note, plonk these down here. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of these there. I'm going to keep Japanese autumn. There we go. So we get in there. Okay, so now what I can do is scroll down and I can see the current pins that are ranking. And this is really interesting because what we see here is we see the pin. If we hover over it, we can see most of these are just nice, pretty images of autumn leaves in Japan. But we can also see where the traffic is being sent to. So for example, uploaded by user means no link has been added. So when this image is seen on Pinterest, somebody can click on the image, but there's no website for it to go to. I want people to see this image and click through to my website. Now, if we come down to this one here, we can see that this is AI modified. So this has been labeled as an AI image by Pinterest. Now, there are lots of people that hate AI, people that don't mind it. Personally, this kind of AI is something that I don't like because it's trying to trick people into thinking something is real. If it's an image that you can't take a photo of and therefore AI has created it, I've got no problem personally. But something like this, I don't really like it. Now, if we click here, recipestime.com, this is where we can see that this is an AI site completely. These aren't real people. And this is probably information that's either outdated or not true. But yeah, we've got these kind of images here. So this is where they're sending the traffic to, hoping to monetize it in a variety of different ways. Now, if we see a bunch of websites, such as this one as well, then that's a good sign because that's a sign that people are sending people to websites. If we see uploaded by a user, an Instagram, maybe not. But I'm still going to leverage this information to create a pin. So I have an article here, 10 Japan Autumn Bucket List Places for Unforgettable Seasonal Adventures. Now, these are all real images. I live in Japan. I'm going to be targeting the keyword Autumn Leaves Japan. So what we will do is we'll go over here inside of my Canva account. I've got some Pinterest templates that I got off of Etsy, which are really cool. So maybe I can click on this one. That's got a little bit too many images. Let's come down. Let's go with this one. And my article is 10 Japan Autumn Bucket List Places. So I'll come in here and I'll put 10, and what's the actual keyword? Autumn Leaves Japan. So 10 places for autumn leaves, and then I'll space, and I'll just put Japan. Now we're going to add the actual images. So if I click on my uploads, I've got some images here that I can use. So we've got this one. These are actual photos that I've taken. So let's also go and type in the word autumn if I can find any others that I've got. We've got some beautiful ones here of autumn leaves in Japan. We'll go with that one. It's got the nice shot of Mount Fuji. If I click on 10 places for an effects, I could potentially change this color. Let's go with a red. I'm going to do the same down here and make that a red. I'm then going to turn my text white, and I'm going to just drag this across and change this color to maybe an orangey color. Whoops, click on that, make it orange. Oops, and then bring that kind of in the middle. So that's my pin. So we've got 10 places for Autumn Leaves Japan. We've got my website here. Looks nice. What I'm going to do is just name this the keyword Autumn Leaves Japan. Share, download, click on this and make sure it's only the current page. Done, download. So that's that image actually being downloaded. I now need to go and add this to Pinterest and go back to Pinclicks to better optimize it. So let me just kind of take that off there. So first we come here and we drag this in here, which is cool. I'm then going to come down here. I'm going to go and click on this and grab the link for this article and then put the link in there. As for the boards, we've got autumn, we've got Japan in autumn, but I'm going to actually create a board with the actual name of the keyword because I know that this does get a little bit of volume inside of Pinterest. Now it's kind of seasonal, so I'm probably a little bit late to put this particular one up. I should have done this a couple of months ago. It's just to demonstrate the process, but we'll keep it there. And then because I don't have this board, I'm going to click Create Board, Create, and then I'll come back and give that a description later. I now need to basically take my keywords and make a description. So we'll be quick and use AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, doesn't matter. I need three pin titles and descriptions for my Japan travel pin. The main keyword is autumn leaves Japan. Naturally, use some of these keywords in the description. We'll come down here to these keywords. We'll copy these and we'll put that in there. End with a strong CTA, call to action, to save the pin and to click through to read the article. The reason I ask for 3 is just sometimes it will give me better or worse options, so I can pick and choose. And I can also create multiple variations of the same pin and schedule them to go live on Pinterest. Okay, so let's come down here. So we're going to go with this one, top places for autumn leaves in Japan. I think that's the best one. So we'll put that in there. I'm actually going to put the keyword in 10 because it's 10 and numbers always do well. And this looks good. Save this pin and click to explore the full list. That looks perfect. So we'll put that in there. So now we've got a pin that's targeting a keyword that I know through Pinclicks does get some search volume. And we've incorporated other keywords into our title and description. We've got a link and we've got a board, and now I can either publish this now or I can publish at a later date. Why don't we go and hit publish, and that pin is now live. Super simple. That's one of the main ways that I use Pinclicks. It's to identify keywords that I know get search volume, and then it's to identify other keywords to see if I can incorporate those into my descriptions and titles. It also shows me the intent of specific keywords when people are sharing to Instagram, or they're not putting a link, or they're sharing it to e-commerce sites like Amazon or Etsy, because if they are, and I want to get people to click through to my blog, it may not be the best keyword to target. Now, these are other things that you can focus on if you want. So we got top pins. So if we click on top pins, and I don't use all of these, but you can see here, I've got Mount Fuji in here. So we've got the top pins for Mount Fuji, and we can, filter these by pin score, saves, position. So we can see that currently the top pin for Mount Fuji, which was created on this date, has 3,253 saves, and it's got a score of 32. That reflects engagement and recency relative to other pins. I often find this to be a little bit hit and miss inside of Pinclicks, and it doesn't always relate to the best performing pin, because you can see here this pin is ranked number 2, but it's only got a pin score of 1, so take of that what you will. You've got pin stats here as well. If you want to see the stats of a certain pin, you can do that. So let's open this up, and what I'll do is I'll open up an incognito window and I'll go to Pinterest, and we'll open up Pinterest here. Then we'll click on explore ideas, and we'll just type something in. So let's just type in Japan, a very generic keyword. We've got this one here that's ranking, so let's click on this. We've got this, we'll copy this, we'll come back and we'll put that in there, and then we'll wait for this data to load up. So we can see that it was created on the October the 19th, 2024. Interestingly, it's a repin, so it's not the original owner. 41 things to know. It's got an image. It hasn't got any, text over the image. It goes to this lady's site. Whether she's a real person or not, I don't know. 771 reactions. So we can see the kind of pins that are ranking for specific keywords, the kind of stats that they get, and we can use that if we want to. These are pins that you can save. If you've rushed for time, you can save certain pins in here. You've got a rank tracker. So if we click on rank tracker, you can see the keywords here that you're targeting. And if you connect your account, you can see that my Japan account is not ranking right now for these particular keywords, but that may change in the future. We've got this search tracker option, which I don't use. We want to save keywords in here, and then we've got account explorer. If you click on this, then you can actually add accounts, and you can start to see how well they're doing. So if you're in the Japan niche, for example, you can find Japan Pinterest accounts that are doing well, and you can put them in there and you can see how well they're doing, just to give you a bit of an idea. So how much does Pinclicks cost? If we come over here, you can see they've got the Pro or the Plus version. They do sometimes do sales, so you can buy it annually. If you want to get started, it's $29 a month. If you want all of the features, you're paying $49 per month. These are the extra things that you get. Honestly speaking, this is probably enough to get started, especially if you are new to Pinterest, you're a light user, or you've not got a big account right now. This is more if you want to really grow and scale up it's entirely up to you. I do have a 25% off coupon code, which I'll leave below this video. Now, I like Pinclicks and I've been using it for a while now. When it first came out, I was actually quite skeptical as to whether I would need it. They offered a trial. I used the trial and I thought, you know what, I don't really need this. But since I've grown on Pinterest and started to put a lot more effort into my accounts, I've been doing Pinterest full on now for quite a while. I really find it invaluable. So again, if you're just dabbling or you're not sure if Pinterest is for you, probably don't need Pinclicks. But if you really want to grow, I would recommend it. And I know that a lot of the top pinners use it because it does provide a lot of useful data so that you're not just creating pins based on what you think might work. You're actually creating pins and optimizing them using keywords that are known to get search volume. Any questions, let me know. Again, I'll leave the coupon code below and I'll see you in another video soon. Take care.